5,670 pounds, J-Flight 29 BHS Bunkhouse coming in on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This has a small slide. It has full travel access. It's very lightweight, excellent for a half-ton. And if you're okay with something that maybe has a couple visual blemishes, but no like structural or mechanical type worries, then this is something, you know, if you're on a budget, you could definitely go camp and have a ton of fun. You know, this would be a great thing just to sleep in, eat in, and then go outside. Frankly, like a tank, this thing's just going to keep on rolling. And if you've seen any of my video tours, you know that I like to get elephants out of the room, so let's talk about it. You can see the old Ho Chi Minh Trail down here on the floor. This RV has suffered cold cracking of the floor covering, however, it has not suffered, leaks, damage, mechanical failures. This is from the extreme polar vortex winters that we had 2 and 3 years ago. And unfortunately, it's stressed material enough that it just split at the seam. You can actually see the common denominator here is a place like a floor register where there's already been like a cut or perforation in the material itself. And that's kind of where that fault line cracks, you know, San Andreas style. The folks put some seam tape down on it. Is it visibly super duper pretty? No, but is it hurting the trailer? Is the trailer not functional because of that? Absolutely not. There's not. The trailer works just fine. So if you're okay with that, like the decals on the outside are a little bit sun-kissed. You know, they look like, you know, when your skin peels after a sunburn, that's kind of what some of the decals look like. If you're okay with a couple cosmetic things like that, guys, you got a lot of trailer here for the money. You got the sofa slide over here slid out right now. It's a shallow slide. The sofa here can jackknife down. It directly faces the entertainment center, though I suspect most people are not going to put a TV in this little camper. And here's a tip from your Uncle Josh. Super early in my career, the third travel trailer I ever took pictures of was this model when it was later called a 28 BHS. And this model does have a slide lock because this shallow slide at the time this was built did not have a self-catching clutch thing. Well, I didn't know that when I was young in my career. I didn't know the travel lock was in here. And when I ran the slide out, somehow this bar got wedged between the roof of the slide and the exterior sidewall with these flanges keeping it stuck halfway in or out. We still don't even know how it happened. But it did. So avoid the idiot mistake I made when I was young, dumb, and ignorant in my career. Whoa! What is that, like a 9-inch RCA? That was good living at the time, buddy. 6'9" interior, which is good for folks like me who are taller than the average bear. Central air and central heat, and I loves me that big old campside window right there. Obviously, shades for privacy. Dinette and sofa both fold down for storage. They're, for sleeping. There's storage below here. There's really not storage below the sofa, however. Classic Jack and Jill bunkhouse where you've got a double bed below with single bed and closet on top. Now, what's kind of cool about this is the kids can climb their way up there more easily. You don't need a ladder, and you don't have to throw the little ones up there, you know? And when is more storage ever the wrong answer? So this is called a split bathroom, where your sink is outside of the toilet room. And it kind of throws people off if you've never looked at a camper before. You're like, what? No. The sink's supposed to be in the room, in the bathroom, right? Well, when it's split like this, you can have one of the kiddos could be, say, going potty or using the shower, and the other one can still wash their hands, brush their teeth. You can get the kids ready for bed twice as fast. And I don't know if your kids are like mine, but they could have the best day and have the most energy in the world. The moment you say, okay, time to brush your teeth, suddenly it's like they're affected by 5 times the force of gravity, and it's so hard for them to even move. Extra large vent fan up here, getting you that good airflow. And if my eyes are not mistaken, there is a Max Air or Camco style roof vent cover above that, which that is good news for keeping the rain out. Flipping us around the other way, good look again at that giant dining side or campside awning side window there. And again, you know, we do have that floor crack, but we also are completely carpetless, which does help this thing stay clean. And really, other than just that flooring, there's really not even blemishes inside here to talk about. The RV looks to have been used, but well kept, well maintained. It definitely was not beat up. Whoever owned this, my notes indicate in the summertime they used it every other weekend, but it sure doesn't look like it's had that much use. You know, it doesn't look like they stomped through it with their shoes. I'm guessing they took their shoes off by the door. Now, that's just a theory, but I've been doing this over 11 years now. I am pretty good at doing CSI for camping, you know. Ooh, look at that Barley Popinator Old Coca-Cola 9000 series right there. Up here in the bedroom, it looks like they did swap out the original Camp Queen for a memory foam style 60 by 80 True Queen. You are kind of doing the butt scoot boogie along the wall to get around it, but you can. Classic TV shelf over there with some TV hookups. Although with the studs in the wall, you could always just throw a flat screen up with today's more modern mounts. And this was made when Jayflight still had a front window with a little weather shield. It's pulled down now, but if you pull that shield down and pull the shades down, it really helps keep the sun out and help maintain the temperature here. But sometimes it is nice to open that little viewing window and just make the trailer look and feel a little bit bigger, you know? So standing here just at a glance, she looks absolutely fantastic. If we get up closer though, if we zoom a little bit, or if I just take a couple steps, you'll see where there is some weather checking on the decals. But that's about the worst I can say. The tires don't look bad, although I have not checked the date code on the tires. The metal doesn't look all faded out. The seals don't look bad or anything like that. You know, it could be a lot worse. Personally, if the money's right, I'm okay with a couple little cosmetic jobs on just a casual weekend camper like this, because they're not stopping me from camping. You know, scientists have determined that a flaking decal does not, in fact, prevent an RV from functioning, although some people really do seem to think otherwise. And I get it. I get that. Like, don't get me wrong. I would prefer that the decals were not in flaky condition, but the fact that they are is also saving you money. So, you know, there's an up and a down to both sides of this equation, ladies and gentlemen. Back here, you can just get a glimpse up top of that MaxxAir roof vent cover that we talked about in the bathroom. You got a fully walkable roof on this thing as well. It's something Jayco's always done very well. They've always had a heavier roof structure than just about anybody else. Another thing that's kind of cool, having a full outside utility shower back here next to your spare tire, which obviously has been protected from the light of day. And I'm really curious to see what people say whenever there's like a sports team logo on something like a tire cover there. There's always one person that has to say something about it. So I'm just kind of curious what the comments are going to be. And I'm just tuning into that. This thing, it's a manual awning, but good gravy. That is a chunk of an awning. That thing is long. Storage below the big bunk right here, by the way. And as we move our way forward, one last thing to mention before I wrap things up. We do have a little gas grill quick connect station right here. That's what this rail is. Now, even if you don't want to have a grill that's mounted to the side of the trailer, there's still a quick connect below. And sometimes people go, I don't want all that heat next to my trailer. They don't produce enough heat to mess up a trailer side. They just don't, so don't worry about that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you appreciate the effort. Whether it is new, used, otherwise, we've only got about 5, 6, sometimes up to 700 different options here for you at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I'm obviously burning some midnight oil right now after everyone else has gone home. But that's the dedication we have here. I'm what's called an SOB, the son of the boss. And this is my family's place. And sometimes I like to put in a little extra sweat equity, and I like to lead from the front instead of crack a whip from behind. Sorry, funny thought just went through my head. I'll save that one for off camera though. So regardless, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.